So, if you've seen the title already, why is Geo destroying itself? Well, simply put, it's destroying itself because of Mono Geo. Now, if you're unaware, Mono Geo is where you take four people of the Geo element and you slap them in a team together and you call it a day. Because at that point, you've already filled everything in. You've got everything done. Everything is over with. Now, the reason why this becomes so why the reason why this becomes really a problem is because it becomes monotonous. You are now running a single one a single one man element party where everyone does the exact same reaction no matter what. You're not getting anything unique out of it. You're not trying your hardest to like use the analytics of how the hell I'm going to do this so much damage because you're already getting a guaranteed amount of damage. And when you use a mono geo team, and specifically when you're using Aratake Ito, Albedo, Zhongli, and Goro, these four in particular, who make up the best mono geo team in the entire game, you could say that technically Noelle does it. Go fuck yourself. I hate Noelle. You could say technically Noelle does the same thing, and yes, she does, but Aratake Ito is better because he is. Now, um, when you're doing this, you get you're getting a guaranteed amount of damage because Geo opts out of using any elemental reactions for just straight pure damage. This God damn it, I'm gonna part my hair. This it looks so bad. Um the reason this kind of sucks is because now now, out of all the unique gameplay you can get from all the elements reacting off of each other, you're never getting that with Geo. You're just getting straight damage, and while it's guaranteed, which is, I mean, a good thing, it doesn't even matter because you're not even having fun anymore. You're playing with an element that tells you, well, we'll give you the damage. Yep, thumbs up. It's worse than Bennett's thumbs up. It's absolutely worse. And it makes playing them just not fun. It makes playing these, quite frankly, amazing characters, it just makes them kind of a slog to get. This really sucks because at the end of the day, these are some of my favorite characters in the game. Well, specifically, Arataki Ito is my favorite character in the entire game until Dainsleif comes out, and then fuck you. I will get him. I will get him. I will pay so much money. I will take my credit card and I will pay. um, God damn it, I look so bad. We're keeping it like this. Arataki Ito is one of my favorite characters in the game, but his gameplay makes me not want to play him at all. And uh, it's unfortunately making me play characters like Kazuha and Shogun, who I've shown a very, very, very much big distasteful for because I don't fucking like them. And it's at this point it's making me start to see a trend in where there are characters that I generally like that are just pretty bad. Now, you could say that about anyone's favorite character. I mean, Shin Yanmain's out there. One, go fuck yourself. I don't care. That character sucks, anyways. um, you could say Shin Yanmain's are really disappointed because she's not that strong. So, why is it? Why are you making this argument for Geo specifically? Because I mean, are you kidding me? They're extremely popular characters. The Goro fan base is fucking crazy. You need to leave those maniacs to themselves because they'll eat your soul and they'll eat you alive. They hate you. They hate everyone who doesn't like him. I'm kidding. I say I don't like him, and they generally don't hate me. Not out loud, at least. The Zhongli is incredibly popular. You can use him in many team comps, in fact. While you may be able to do this with him, unfortunately, a lot of the other Geo characters you really can't even do this for. And I know that you could, I know that Yunjin, technically, she tried to introduce Geo with other characters, but nobody fucking uses Yunjin. Because her buffing is just too niche at that point. It's specifically for normal attacks. Now, that's usually fine. Everybody does normal attacks, but some characters, Some characters don't. And honestly, I have no idea if her buff works within like an ult. Yeah, like let's say if you're using Shogun, does her buff even work there? And what's the point in even doing them when you can use a fucking Dendro character who will do 10 times more damage with another fucking shit with an Electro character? And honestly, that's just one of the biggest downfalls of this goddamn element is they have zero reactions, which means they have zero creativity and zero replayability. It makes me sad because these are some units that I really, really like to play, especially Arataki Ito. But he fucking doesn't work with anybody. The Mono Geo team, they straight up they go and tell you, they say, they're like, all right, time to build a team. And if you are not the element that I specifically desire, I want you to go fucking leave and die because you are not what I need. And at that point, they're kicking everyone else out that you want to fucking play. I want to play Ayato, but I also want to play Ito. You can't fucking play them together because they don't work together. Now, this could be a problem specifically to Ito because technically you can use Albedo in some sort of niche way where if you ult, you get like a million elemental mastery and then you can use that to further buff your own damage. But then again, you could also just use Kazuha or some other, any other character that has anything to do with fucking Swirl, aka Animo, aka fuck you. Um, you could just use Animo. I really don't understand why Crystallize has to be the only thing that Geo can work with when it's one of the worst and frankly the worst elements in the entire fucking game. There is no nuanced gameplay to it. You create a crystal of that element, and then depending on if you have Archaic Petra, you can get like a damage bonus for that element. You can't create geocrystals. Just to let you know that. You can't create geocrystals. You can't even fucking make anything to literally help yourself in your own fucking element. Wow. It's as if they tried to make it seem like you could work them with other elements, but then barely fucking try it at the same time. Now, this wouldn't be so big of an issue if, honestly, if the Geo buffs didn't just focus on solely Geo. Because I'll be honest with you, those Geo buffs after Zhongli, after everyone complained saying, what the fuck, this guy fucking sucks. Major dick. After everyone complained about that, then they buffed Geo, but then they made it super good within its own element. Obviously, yes, it buffed Geo a hell of a lot by giving shields. Shields are fucking crazy with 2 Geos, but then people started realizing, like, hey, wait a minute, Geo's even better when you use more Geo on top of it. Hey, would you look at that? And then they started fucking building characters that can only work with specifically mono geo comps. Goro, I'm looking right at you. And Goro fans, I'm double looking right at you. Because you fucking morons know. You idiots know that he only works, or at least only can. He only can fucking function, or optimally function, when he's working with 3 other fucking Geo characters. You idiots know this and you play him anyways because you have an odd obsession. Just like Venti mains. Fuck you, I will play Kazuha, and then I will revel in your pain because he's literally better Venti. This went off further than it should have, but at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that Geo in itself is destroying itself. The fact that it has no other kind of reactions is making it a stale element, and if it's going to continue like this, then honestly, nobody has any reason to play these characters anymore. Especially with Dendro being and getting such great reception. I think a lot of people are very satisfied with how Dendro was introduced to the game. Kainari is a welcoming and refreshing new unit that offers some interesting gameplay that is different from the usual style of the Ganyu fucking arrow that is just and then everything explodes and dies and does 49 million damage. But also the fact that the Dendro element itself brings in such potential for these new characters. It's amazing for Hydro and Electro, which were in the past pretty damn niche and pretty damn bad. But obviously, with the Raiden Shogun coming along and everybody begging and crying and just frothing at the mouth for a fucking Electro buff, they did buff it A little bit, but honestly, it aggravate and there's another dendro electro reaction that I don't quite remember. But anyways, with dendro being added to the game, it has skyrocketed the use of of people wanting more of people wanting more hydro and electro characters to play with, because now you have these new interesting team comps to work with. You have this new fucking element to work with. You have more shit that you're excited about. And honestly, Sino and Nilo are both going to introduce new comps, and they're going to be using Dendro alongside with them. Now, does that mean we need more Dendro characters? Absolutely, because I'm fucking tired of using just Dendro Traveler and Kali. I don't have Tainari. I didn't want him. Fuck you. He's on the standard banner anyways. I might lose and get him. Stupid. Point being, Geo was digging itself a goddamn grave. A while ago, when Zhongli was like the only fucking Geo character, everyone would say, oh, Geo's relatively good. Geo's never really been in a relatively good spot, anyways, but now they are really starting to fall flat, especially with the fact that they only want to work with themselves. They're colorist. They're elementalist at this point. You guys are morons. Good job, Geo. You've done it. You've now successfully become one of the strongest and yet one of the most loneliest and weakest elements by itself. Frankly, this is sad. This is not what I want to see, but this is alright. I hope they can fix some of this stuff in the future and just give Geo some fucking different reactions. Say fuck all with Crystallize and make something new for them to do. God damn it. Make them build a fucking rock in the middle of nowhere. Who cares? Have it explode and do 1,000,000 fucking damage because that's what Eula gets to do. I'm done complaining about characters. This is me. I'm going to get Sino. I'm going to pay money. Go fuck yourselves. When Dainsleif comes out, I want him. This is the end of the video now. Fuck.